SharkyBreath.
He plays video games.
Hello and welcome back to Dredge. I just wanted to point out one thing I thought was impressive. In the time it took me to talk to that cultist and start reading the book and teleport over here, I read 3% of the book while teleporting, so nice job me. Also, I see that something has gone to rot in my storage locker. I assume that was on purpose. Great. Well, in any case, I need to stop by the Marrows real quick because my net has broken. The trawl net is actually broken at this point due to overuse, so I gotta get that fixed up before I go and do anything else. Oh, hey, is this that? Yeah, it sure is, that physical materials not trawling, but the crab pot, which is for, you know, wood and cloth for some reason. And then I don't really need any of that anymore, but I sure bought it anyway. It's fine, don't worry about it. It's fine. Okay, so repair this. $50 just for that one trawl net. I really got to get a better trawl net, since I'm pretty sure that squid thing won't even fit in that thing anyway, you know? Alright, well, great. I have a bit of a journey to make, because I need to get back down here. So, give me a second to just sort of putter my way down there, huh? I'll catch up with you if anything interesting happens on the way. That's Leviathan. Hello, sir. Can I help you? Are you perchance taking issue with my meddling with the torn apart body of your foe? Sorry. Still gonna do it, because it's in my pursuit list now, you see. And I cannot fight the pursuit list. Its word is law. What does my pursuit list say these days, by the way? For the Pale Reach. There's really only the 5 things to do down here, huh? A relatively brief task, resurrecting this whatever it is from however many years ago. Is it going to be another situation where I finish it up and then the Leviathan comes up and grabs it by an arm and drags it back under again? Just cleaning up my mess constantly, that poor guy? Maybe. Okay, do I have any business here with you? I don't think I do. Although if I want to catch all the fishes, we're going to have to figure something out, because my trawl net is not good enough for that task, and I don't exactly know what to do about that. Well, first and foremost, let's scoop up some crabs, because I'm going to need something to feed the narwhal, or else I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. It's also 1 o'clock. Are we good? Yeah, probably we're fine. It's probably fine. Just bring sea stars in there. Takes a little bit longer to put them in the tray, but you know what? It's going to be fine. I think time is relatively frozen while I'm doing that. It's probably not. If I'm being stalked by the narwhal as I'm trying to feed it, well, this may go poorly. Yeah, nothing to do but try. Wait a second. Didn't I clear this out before? Does it not accidentally. Does it actually re-freeze while I'm gone periodically? That's a bit obnoxious, isn't it? Okay, I do not see the narwhal immediately, which is great. So let's just go ahead and do a little bit of soggy bribery. Here we go. Crab. Crab. If I were the narwhal, actually, I might not accept this, though, because aren't sea stars usually not particularly digestible in the fashion that fish and other... Well, these are crustaceans, not fish, but you know, I feel like a thing that can digest fish and crabs might not be able to just eat sea stars if it feels like it, but apparently we're going to try it. Narwhal's apparently okay with this. Great. Great, yeah, he's going for it. Good. Good, good, good. Okay. Well, what do I still have to do around here, huh? I still have to free the boatswain, or whichever one it was over here in the Eastern Terminus, and the captain, but I need to find a secondary pickaxe in order to be able to do that. Plus, I haven't gone down here at all. But for now, why don't we head over to the Eastern Terminus and free that guy? Since I do, at the moment, have a thing I can use for that purpose. Wait. Oh, look at that! Would that be another pickaxe? Would that be the one for the captain? Why, yes, so it would. How convenient. Whoops, forgot the buttons. Don't worry about it, it's fine. I know how to dredge. I know how to do the thing the game is named after. It's fine. There we go. 2 ice axes. Now the sun has gone down, despite appearances indicating otherwise, so I should probably be relatively efficient about this here, huh? Well, if nothing else, I can always take a nap over next to the guy I'm about to free. I'm sure he won't mind, right? This isn't the one I already freed, is it? Oh, it sure looks like it is. This is the one I broke already. Great, I'm on the wrong end of the complex. Well, we're taking a nap. We're taking a nap. The narwhal will probably be hungry again in the morning, but I'm catching a couple things in my trawl net. It's probably going to be fine, huh? Here we go. What do I have today? Oh, good, a crate with sear. Love feeding those to local abominations. Wait, ice shard. Are you in there? No, this fire fell. Okay, so I already did do that. Great, well, whatever, take a nap. Apparently I went east, not west, and I forgot. Oh, right, because this is the place where I sleep, and I can see the thing off to the west and keep being like, oh, hey, that's still there. Yeah, because I didn't go get it yet, dingus. All right. So back to the west. And if the narwhal starts a-hunting, well, maybe try and outrun him a little bit. Maybe just a little bit. Because I don't yet have enough fish to appease his voracious appetite. And while I fed him in the afternoon yesterday, I don't know if he gets hungry again in the morning or what. Could really go either way. Okay. This way. Behind this spike right here. Yes, this is correct. This is where we want to go. This way. The pathway this way was blocked up by a narwhal gate, but I wonder if I could just bash it down with my face now if I were to come here, you know, if I hadn't already had him bash it down. I wonder if that would have been an option. No idea. Hello. Which one are you? The Navigator. It's the Navigator. Let's go ahead and break the ice for the Navigator, huh? This cold sun, warmth long forgot no more. Break me. Yeah, okay. Off you go. You strike hard against the center of the shard where the shadowy shape appears darkest. A deep crack chases upwards, cleaving away fragments that fall and shatter. Off he goes. Into the local air. And that thing is continuing to close eyes. It definitely has a bit of a fishy face, despite the 4 eyes in a row. And I still don't know where that face is, also. Oh, yeah, the frozen heart. But I still only know where to get 3 of those. Of course, probably the answer for where to get the 4th one is go south to that little area you haven't been to yet, yeah? Almost certainly. Well, let's just make sure there isn't anything interesting out here. Oh, you know, I think this is where I fished up the second pickaxe, isn't it? I think it might be, yeah. And that over there, that's a fake ship. But further down the way is the other deep vision, which I have not received yet. Okay. But I'm outside the borders of the narwhal's space at the moment, so maybe I should fish up some fish while I'm out here? Are there any fishes I haven't caught yet? Aside from, obviously, that guy and the aberrations of the ones that I have caught. There actually is something that I haven't caught. That guy there. That guy there, and also the legendary fish, wherever, the exotic one, yeah, that one. Okay, so we got 3 varieties I haven't caught, but one of them I don't seem to be physically capable of because my trawl net just doesn't seem to be big enough. And I don't really know what to do about that at the moment. How are we doing? We need a 2x2 square of more fish in order to be able to appease the local. Wow, that's close, but that ain't gonna do it. There's no way to put a 1x1 fish in there, although I could catch 2 of those and then omit one of the ice fish. That's probably what we're doing here, huh? Yeah, okay, let's do that. There we go, 1 char. Tangled in this web. Catch 150 fish in trawl nets. Really? I only just got that achievement. Sure, okay, cool, thanks. I did it. I caught a bunch of fishes. Alright, so now we need to get back in there. But if I'm down here, I guess I may as well just bash my way in backwards through the area I haven't been to yet, huh? Why not? Just, where is the entrance to that? Also, what's that noise? Just the weather, right? That's just another winter storm. I guess it doesn't count as a winter storm when it's not necessarily winter, you're just in a cold area. Just sort of a storm. Okay, what are you? Is this the exotic fish? It kind of looks like it, doesn't it? What we got? Sleeper shark. Gliding through the cold, dark depths, this shark is an excellent stealth predator. Individuals can live in excess of 400 years of age. Wow. That's ridiculous, and I had no idea. Are you in fact the exotic? Let me look. That was the exotic. Okay, so if I want to catch the aberration of the sleeper shark, I'm gonna have to bring some of that bait down here. Well, that's fine. I can figure that out. We're still missing whatever this thing is. It's just a 3x1. It shouldn't be that rare, but apparently I just haven't managed to find the place. Hi. I have discovered where the thing is whose eyes keep closing as I banish spirits. Should I have tried to investigate this beforehand? Oh, probably. Hey, look, there's another shadow. I knew there would be a fourth. Great. Well, hi. Ice shard. Southern locust, you don't say. A spire of glassy ice stands in the shadow of the cliffs. Across the water, a monstrous visage peers from an icy tomb. He sure does. You'd think with the size like his, that an icy tomb wouldn't do that much to stop him, honestly. Place an ear to the ice. A sound of anger lashes from within. Murderer, betray your men. Left us here, you sleepless god. The voice abates. Wait, your shadow. It speaks. Another shape. Please, save us all. Find the axe. Undo this. The betrayer. Who are you? First officer. Safety of the crew. Failed them. Should have cursed place. Find the axe. Undo this. The betrayer. Right. Well, what happened exactly? The men saw lights. Southern cliffs at night. Captain and I would look into. We rode alone. He was restless, sleepless. We passed walls of ice. Finally arrived. The Great Horn into view. The words drift in, some carried away on the wind. Pulled ashore. Quickly. The size of it. The light. Somehow he knew. Eyes were wild. He was whispering. Answering. He said it chose him. Alone. Avert my eyes. Could not help. Look upon. We fought. Cold hands and iron grip. Breathless. Find the axe. What's that thing in the ice? Yeah, that seems important. What's that? The shape in the ice shrinks into itself. I know not. The eyes open, watching. Shadow of shadow through the ice. Yet more. Closed still. It cannot arise. Break the ice. Call the heart. Find the axe. Okay, cool. So this will be our fourth guide of free, huh? Seems like it. Sure seems like it. Hey, but I found the face. That's good anyway, huh? That seems good. That seems great. That seems wonderful. Alright, let me just fish this up. Yeah, I kind of thought so. Alright. Let's go ahead and free this guy first, and then we'll do the captain last. He's gonna be upset about it, because he doesn't want to be freed. He wants this thing to wake up. I think. Seems like anyway. Anyway, ice shard. Let's go ahead and break the ice. Must not fully awaken the eyes. Close them. Strike the heart. Okay. There we go. You strike hard against the center of the shard, where the shadowy shape appears darkest. A deep crack chases upward, cleaving away fragments that fall and shatter. Boip. And off he goes. Just one eye left open. The structure peels open, split to its core. A glistening stone lies cradled by broken shapes, wispy threads of starlight trailing from it. Great. I got it. Now you take the stone and leave. I sure do. But this guy didn't have a journal, huh? That's a little unusual. I feel like most of these places have had journals, where I could kind of get a little bit of the backstory of what was going on with this particular guy back when he was in his prime and not frozen in ice for 100 years. Hey, that's the thing I'm missing, isn't it? Give it. It's a wolffish. While not predatory towards other fish, they use their formidable teeth to crush mollusks and crustaceans. Okay, good to know. Thank you for that information. Mollusks and crustaceans, you say. Alright, well the sun is going down. I suppose at this point I could attempt to get the other deep vision. Where's the way out of this place? This way? This way. Okay. Alright. Let's do it. I should be able to drive myself right out of my brain pretty easily, and then we can just warp out like I normally do when I'm about to do this sort of stupid thing. Okay. We can also turn the lights off. Never mind. There's really not a point to turning the lights off. Let's just have the rain cloud do my dirty work for me. There we go. That wasn't quite good enough, though. That wasn't quite it, I'm afraid. So let's use a little speed and see if we can push myself to orange eye just about the time that I get here. We're not there yet, huh? Okay. Well, I could banish, although I should probably save banishing for when I actually need it. There's a cloud right there. Let's just, suffer the effects. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Let's have a deep vision, shall we? The stone trembles before you. Unknown symbols glow from within. Place your hand on the stone. A sudden chill rushes through the marrow of your bones, surging up your arm, your neck. A deep vision enters your mind. Intruders. They invade on tiny wooden vessels, shouting and smashing. They cut and slice with angled metal, raking across a skin of ice. Okay, I assume these are people in boats, right? Are they attacking the body of this creature? Probably? Probably. Okay. So they're trying to cut it out. How's that working for them? Their meager hearts beat with avarice and pride, desires trivially twisted into new shapes, shapes that might mend and restore. Oh, okay, so you're just taking advantage of their presence to try and get yourself put back together. I understand. Shapes to replace what was lost down in the dark. Fair enough. Okay, cool. Well, rather than try and make my way back to shore under... Wait a second, do I have... Hey, I can just have some soothing tea, and then I don't need to flee into the night. Use. There we go. Now I'm fine. Now everything is fine. Turn your lights on. But keep your finger on that button in case a brain cloud gets too close, yeah? We don't want to encourage them necessarily, not at the moment. I've had enough trials of my brain for the evening, I would think. Hey, look, brain cloud. Now, where's the entrance into this? Is it this here? No. Here we go. Good. Good, good, good. Now, the narwhal might be out and angry at this point, it occurs to me. Could very easily be the case. So, why don't we have a nap right by the giant body of whatever this is? What could possibly go wrong, right? There he is. Eye. You look a lot like a T-Rex when you just have the one eye. Did you know that? Perhaps it's just the size, although that's too big even for a T-Rex, isn't it? That's substantially too big for a T-Rex. I have to remember I'm a boat, not a person. That's a very big creature. Oh, boy. Well, fortunately, it doesn't seem to be able to let itself out, so I'll just sleep the night here, no problem. And don't run into the wall. Great. So, I'm going to need to bribe the narwhal pretty dang quick here, so... Sounds like he's probably already out. Man, that ice plow is no joke. Like, that's a ridiculous amount of ice I just drove directly through without any adverse effects. Pretty impressive, honestly. All right. Feeding station. Let me just do a little bit of feeding. There we go. And then we need stuff in the net. We'll go ahead and give you... Well, I guess the abominations are better for money, but I also don't need money, so let's just feed him a bunch of abominations. What could go wrong? There we go. There you go. Eat up, big fella. You feeling good? He's feeling good. Look at him. He feels great. He's gonna feel a lot better once he has a full stomach. No doubt about that. Okay. I'm gonna stop right by the merchant real quick, since my fish are getting stale. Even though I don't need the money, it just seems to make sense. And plus, if she does have any idea how I can get a better net, well, I'd sure like to hear about it. Then again, I wonder if it's one of these things where I'm going to have to... Well, no, because presumably the squid that I haven't been able to catch existed when the Pale Reach came out. So what am I missing, I wonder? Hi, traveling merchant. How you doing? Do you want to know about the... I don't want to ruin the icebreaker. Did you know... She doesn't care about the exotic fish. Okay, well, sure, I guess let's just sell it to her then. Seems a waste, but... Well, what else am I going to do with it, you know? Alright. Off you go, then. Great. Okay. So let's see here. Oh, I'm almost done with my book. Nice, we're getting close anyway. Messages. No new journal entries, of course, because the first officer didn't have anything to say about that particular matter. Now he's gone forever. So, we need the aberration of the wolf fish, the lizard fish, the goblin shark, both versions of whatever this thing is, and the exotic type. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I still have my exotic bait right over here, right? So at least we can pull that thing up out of the deeps, whether it wants to or not. Okay, so if I try to equip that now, we're within the range where it counts. Okay, so I could theoretically just take care of this business here. Well, perhaps I will then. We'll just spread it right there. If I have a look, yep, that's that shark. So now we just atrophy him. Pow! There we go. Sleeper's Torment. A nightmare seeker, a death dreamer in the waking abyss. Good. Good. A death dreamer. A relatively simplistic design. They've sort of just made his body into his jaws. Only seems to open about halfway down. Is this his eye right here, where my cursor is? That little black dot up there? Maybe. Maybe he doesn't have any eyes. Maybe he doesn't actually get to be awake. Sleeper's Torment. You don't suppose this is one of these situations where if I were to ruin my brains right now, it would actually have different dialogue, right? I feel like I tested that with a lot of fishes, but I didn't test it with the exotics. I wonder if I should regret that. It seems like most of the dialogue you get on the exotics is already pretty well, crazy talk, but, well, I don't know. I suppose, yeah, you know what? Sure, let's go ahead and manifest. I know I went to a bunch of trouble to not have to manifest, but just in case. Hey, see, he doesn't have anything to say. It's fine. We're fine here. Okay, cool. Well, then I need to make a trip all the way back down there, and, so I'll do that right after I sell off some stuff and repair some other stuff. You know how it is. There we go. There you go. Enjoy. It's been a while since I brought you anything, huh? You're welcome. Did I have more of that brain tea in my storage? I did. Well, isn't that convenient? Let's go ahead and bring that over here. I probably won't have that now. In fact, why don't I just take a little bit of a rest to take the edge off my brains, huh? There we go. No problem. 1 p.m. Should be plenty of time to get back to the Pale Reach, I hope. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Turns out leaving at 1 p.m. is just about perfect. Takes me just about 5 hours to get down here, so no problem. Okay. Now let's re-repair the trawl net because I forgot to pull it up while I was traveling. And then, you know, do I have any business poking around in the ocean at night at this point? I feel like probably the answer to that is no. Is there anything here that can only be caught at night? I know I already checked, but I'm checking again because I don't remember. No, daytime. Oh, the wolffish is a nighttime fish. Oh, I see. That's the one. Of course, I did technically know that, but I also forgot. Okay. Well, I know where there's a wolffish. If I can just make it down there safely without getting the narwhal angry at me. It's still technically the same day, isn't it? I think so. What's this? What is that? Why are there sounds here now? I don't like that there are sounds here now. Narwhal seems to be keeping quiet for the time being. I don't want to go west, I want to go whoop, whoop, whoop. Hang on. Hey. So why is the gold light still there? I thought I fished up everything. What is still here? That's not just the giant frozen fella in the ice, is it? wouldn't think so. Whoa, that's the edge of the... That's the... You should probably pay attention to where you're going, huh? This way is where we're going. This way is where we're going. Right in here. That golden light, where is it coming from? Oh, I finished the Astral Symbols book. That's nice. Oh, it's his horn! It's his horn. Okay, great. Well, real quick, let's stop by my cabin, see what we got for those books I was reading. What does that one do? Book of Astral Symbols. The cover, and indeed all pages, are illegible. Where there should be words, instead there are unfamiliar constellations, hieroglyphs of stars and astral shapes, and yet I committedly read the whole thing. Adds 4% to aberration catch chance. That's fairly nice, although there aren't that many aberrations left to catch in the game, so cool, I guess. Thanks. Alright. Hey, check it out. The Wolffish School has an aberration already. That's not a wolffish, is it? Yes, it is. Yes, that's it. Great. Let's get him. No! I've messed it up. Not that one. Not that one. There he is. Hinged wolffish. Speaking of fish that have been made into half jaws, and just entirely jaws, mostly. Teeth interlock through flesh to create a brutish trap. Countless yet will meet their doom in the deep. That's certainly true, but it seems unrelated. How big is it? 1.19 meters. Okay, it's a pretty big fish then. The jaws are more than half a meter long. Yeah, okay, that's I guess I can see why you're mentioning that under the circumstances, about people meeting their doom in the deep. Yes, got it. Understood. Right, well, I'm not exactly about to release the captain from his icy tomb in the middle of the dang night, so... Take a nap. It's interesting, right? On the one hand, the eyes on this giant creature here don't blink. And you might say, well, they're fish eyes, right? So probably fish don't have to blink. But then again, you release the shadows and the eyes close. So it has lids, certainly. But perhaps it requires a certain amount of permanence to its state before it can actually close those eyes. That's the impression I get, anyway. Wait a second. I don't have anything to... I don't have a way of dealing with the narwhal at the moment. I should probably do something about that, huh? Why am I catching the trophy fish? I don't know. It's not like I need it. Okay, I need 2 ice fish in order to make this work. I need 2 ice fish specifically in order to make this work. Ice fish. Chars. There's some over there, apparently, but I can't actually see the pool I was examining. Ah, there we go. Ice fish. Good. Just tool over here. We need to just catch 2 of them before the narwhal gets active and hungry. Should be fine, I hope. Here we go. Dunzo. Okay. So now we just stack that all into that tray. Yet again. I suppose I haven't really allowed the narwhal to pursue me much, aside from that one time when it was by accident. When he was persistent, but not particularly fast, so I don't know if I need to be as nervous about him as I am, but I am. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and be hyper-cautious and not have to deal with the fact that... I mean, if he's appeased by fish, right? If he's appeased by fish, then presumably he's acting less out of malice and more out of hunger. Because otherwise, why wouldn't he just try and kill me anyway? I mean, admittedly, he is the child of that giant creature that I'm trying to put back to sleep. I assume. A smaller version of it at the very least. Perhaps a remanifestation? I don't know, honestly. But in any case, if I can appease him, I may as well do that thing. Even if it's temporary, you know? Although I'm guessing at this point he might get a little bit angrier given what I'm about to do. Who knows how much he shares his parents' goals? If parent, in fact, that thing be. The boatswain. Gone. Fearful boy. The skies, we remain. The consequences, inherited. So did you say that because the boatswain had been released? Will you say something different if I come back again? The navigator. My eyes for the shadow. Closing. You risk annihilation. Annihilation! Okay. Risking annihilation, yeah, does seem to be the case. Do you want to talk about the first officer? Officer. Unworthy. Tried to turn the men, my expedition, my discovery, his failure. Cool, well, you are a pleasant fellow, aren't you? Got anything else to say before I break you open? No, you don't. Well, great, let's break him open and see if he actually disperses into the air like the rest of them did. Do not risk breaking. It senses through the ice, through the shadows. No hope. Yeah, well, but I'm going to do it anyway, though, see? You strike hard against the center of the shard where the shadowy shape appears darkest. A deep crack chases upward, cleaving away fragments that fall and shatter. Off he goes. How about it, big fella? What does that do for you? Aww. Aww. His horn is now exposed. And shattering! Okay. Well, I don't rightly understand why, but apparently that had some disastrous consequences for our friend. The structure peels open, split to its core. A glistening stone lies cradled by broken shapes, wispy threads of starlight trailing from it. Okay. Great. You take the stone and leave. I sure do. So, let's see where we can fish up right next to him. And I guess then we have to try slotting all these things into the altar nearby and see if that has alternate disastrous effects. You never know, right? It seems likely that there will be consequences for this, since they're artifacts left behind by the people who, intentionally or not, facilitated the resurrection of this creature. And while I have disrupted that resurrection, what exactly am I intending to do at this local altar? I have no real indication of what the right course of action is, you know? Ooh, what is that? Give it to me. Orus Anchor. A fragment of a golden splintered horn. Discordant buzzing fills the surrounding air. It yearns for the deep. Cast this overboard to create a reusable two-way portal to Blackstone Isle. What? Okay. Well, that's not what I was expecting at all, but okay, thank you. Thank you. A reusable two-way portal. Do I need such a thing? Might have been useful, like, earlier, but at the moment I feel like I don't have a whole lot of purpose for that. Anything to see in the sight of a final escape and a greater eye closed shut. Yeah, that does appear to be the case. Was there only the one anchor chunk? And everything else is pretty much gone at this point? What is this? Oh, goblin shark. Sure, let's see if we can... No, never mind. Why risk it? Atrophy him. Pow! Gristly shark. His teeth weren't weird enough, so now he just has teeth all over the place. Sure. Errant teeth push through failing skin. A single mouth is not enough. Well, good to know. Thanks for letting me know that. Alright. So what are we still missing? Lizardfish, aberration, and the giant squid-looking thing. Okay. But I still don't know how to catch the giant squid-looking thing. So perhaps the thing to do is go ahead and plonk the frozen hearts into that altar and see if I get, mysteriously, a way to catch giant squid? Because I have no other ideas in the matter? Maybe. Maybe that's the thing to do. How many hours does it take for atrophy to cool down? It seems like it's less than a day. Probably a couple hours. I don't know. I don't have a good way of checking that. Not while I'm, currently in some degree of danger. I mean, admittedly, the narwhal's not out at the moment, so it's not that bad, but still. Best not to be too silly about this. Wait, the altar's over on the eastern... This is twice in one day. I've been like, I need to just go over here, and I meant the opposite of the one I did, between east and west. I swear I know my cardinal directions. I really, really do. Alright, well, I should be able to make it over there, right? Right. We'll take a nap by the claw, see how it's holding up. Plus, if I go to the eastern... Yeah, if I go to the eastern one, I should be able to see if the golden light's still extending into the air. And given that this guy's horn has shattered and crumbled, probably it won't be. Ideally, it won't be. Yeah? We don't like the golden light, I don't think. I think the golden light's a bad thing. Parking. Okay. Frozen equipment. I already checked all this, right? Old journal, don't want to read it again. Okay, take a rest. Yep, the light's gone. The danger is past. Now, what exactly am I going to be doing by messing with this altar. Are we bringing back the danger? Who knows? Only one way to find out. If there was a guy I could talk to about this, like a reliable expert on these matters, that'd be one thing. But the only guy I know who knows anything about this is the Collector, and he's really not safe to, you know, check in with about this sort of thing. We're a little bit at odds these days, that guy and me, which is weird given that he's me, but you know how it is. All right, 4 round sockets, frozen hearts. Let's see what we can do. No, not. Get back in there. There you go. And finally, you. Bam. The glowing light intensifies, feeding into the 4 stones. Under the ice, finish the main quest of the Pale Reach. I did it. A web of light grows between them, connecting, rejoining, uniting. Oh, look at that! Radiant trawl net! It lasts a good long time, and presumably it's got a bigger trawl net area. Strands blend through hues of the aurora. A gleaming trap of light in the dark. Menacing spikes of ice adorn a basalt frame. Well, I better get that installed, huh? I guess I have to put it into storage for now. Okay. Cool. I guess I could have installed it right here myself. That probably would have been the smart thing to do. But now I gotta go to the pontoon and do it there, because I wasn't thinking. That's fine. That's okay. I got all the time I could ever need. Something rotted. I wonder what it was. Oops. Oh, it was probably the goblin shark aberration, wasn't it? Almost certainly, because that thing I atrophied out of the water, and that would do it. That's okay, I needed more rot anyway. Sure, let's go ahead and sell the hinged wolffish. Although it would decay into more rot. I'm gonna need more aberrant bait, see, because I still haven't figured out that last thing in the encyclopedia. But I received some hints from the comments, thank you for that. And we are going to try and pursue that as well. It's feeling a lot like this is going to be the final episode of this series, isn't it? I wasn't really expecting that going into it, yet here we are. Yeah, it's not like I need money. Let's just go ahead and let that guy rot then. Great, well. Right, the friggin' net. Pay attention. Pay attention. Fix up your ship. Not the shipyard. We gotta go to storage. We gotta snag this feller here and swap it in for this feller here. Which puts me at a 21% aberration bonus, which is pretty nice, I got to say. Alright, so let me look at my net. Wow, look at all that room. Look at all that room. Finally, I should be able to catch the thing I'm looking for. Alright, but it's only in the icy waters, so I'm gonna have to just kind of float in circles here, I guess, if I want to do that. Still, that'll give me a lot of time to make more rot, I guess. Let's grab some more things to have rot on me, huh? There we go. Okay. Well, I got no reason to wrestle with the narwhals. Let's just sort of scoot around the outside of the island and see if I can catch anything neat. See, I'm doing good over here. I've solved the problem myself this time. Was that a thank you? Because it should have been. I know I don't do much that you would consider a favor, but like this one, I did good this time. I'm pretty sure. Oh, that's the good quality metal, but I sure don't need any of that either, so. Good to know it's there, though. For somebody else's purposes, I guess. If you need some of that stuff, well, hey, now you know where to get some. I'm right by the western bearing, so let's go ahead and scoot in there for the night. What's this? Ice fishes. Not what I need. Okay. Just have a bit of a nap. I caught a fish while docking. That's impressive. Rest. Okay. Whereabouts can I find lizard fishes? Are you a lizard fish? No, you're a goblin shark. Okay. So we are going to have to go back into the narwhal's territory, aren't we? In which case, what do I have in my net right now? I can apparently trawl lizardfish. That's good to know, but I can't factor that into the bait pile, I'm afraid. It doesn't work out very well. So I need another 2x2. Perfect. Oh, there's only one there. Not perfect at all. Turns out, extremely not perfect. Colossal squid. I did it. Polar angler. Catch all the known species in the Pale Reach. From the black depth, catch the colossal squid. Okay, let's have a look. Big feller. With hooked arms and tentacles, these massive squid grapple with the giants of the deep. They sure do. Great, so it's actually a giant squid. How is my net so big that I'm actually able to catch that thing? I wonder. No idea. But I may actually be able to... No, that's actually too big to fit in the feeding trough. Alright, well. Ice fish it is, then. I guess I could use some of these sea stars, but again, I technically brought them on board purely for the sake of having some more rot, so... So it's probably fine. This is fine. Alright, eat up, partner. There we go. Now we just get out of the way. Still just as easily appeased, despite the fact that I've permanently killed his parent, or at least I hope I have. If it does have a chance of restoring itself, ideally it'll be a little while, you know? That's all I can really hope for. Lizardfish, though. Whereabouts are them lizardfish? Okay, well... Oh, another colossal squid even. Look at that. Those are valuable. I guess that's not too surprising. They are, you know, literal giant squid, so... Sell all this stuff off. Pair up my net. Keep on fishing, I suppose. There you go. Come to think on it, it's also kind of a mystery exactly how the enormous narwhalish foe of the, I assume the Leviathan, had enough agency left in its corpse that it was able to control the minds of the local humans, but good job, I guess. It's impressive in a way. Alright, let's atrophy this lizardfish. Bow! Feral lizardfish. A bipedal body burgeons with primitive limbs, preparing for an ascent. What? Wait. Are you implying what I think you're implying? Hang on, hang on. Wow, that looks a lot like... Not a lot like, but it definitely seems to be undergoing the transformation into an amphibian. Are you attempting to imply that the transition from water to land was in fact an eldritch aberration and not just simple evolution? Is that where we're going with this? I guess I have no way of knowing. Well, great. Good to know. Thanks. I think that means that all I have left is the colossal squid aberration, right? And then the mystery one in the ocean somewhere. A sickly stench raises from my cargo hold. Oh, right, of course, because I have disease stuff in there, and so they're infecting each other. But I just want them to rot. Maybe this was a bad idea. Maybe this was a poor idea. Do infected things rot, or do they just get infected and stay that way? I actually don't know. Well, let's find out. Let's find out. If they're capable of rotting, I want to see it. Also, I think I'll stay the night here because I have no real reason to dare the... Wait, do I? I do have reason to lose my brains, though. I do, actually. Okay. Alright, yeah. Let's lose my brains, because I want to know if that anchor looks different under certain light. Certain brain problems. Situational brain problems. Shouldn't be a problem, or shouldn't be an issue to get to that point as soon as the brain clouds come out. That's really all I need. we are. Hello, friend. Go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it. Okay. Huh? Huh? Uh-huh. There you go. Okay, okay. That should be enough, right? Let's have a look. This is the same, right? A fragment of a golden splintered horn, discordant buzzing fills the surrounding air. It yearns for the deep. I'm pretty sure that's the same thing it said before. Yeah. These are the same. And that's okay. I don't know if there's a reason to push it to red, but seeing as I'm here and I can do that, yeah. Yeah. There's nothing else to see here. And that's fine. That's great, in fact. Couldn't be happier with that. Alright, cool. Well. Okay. I'm afraid that leaves us in the position of having one more day of boating in circles, so... Ah. The sea star's all rotted, which is, you know, convenient, but... These guys are still here, huh? Alright, well, I'm still gonna keep them around for one more day. If they're not rot by the end of the day, we get rid of them, because, it seems then the disease is keeping them from rotting, which is very interesting indeed. Straighten this up a little bit. I presume I have to have room to catch the aberrant squid, or else it just won't show up, yeah? I don't know if there's a way to make trawled aberrants show up more frequently. I'm kind of guessing there's not a way to do that. Pity. Drop an aberrant bait and just boat back and forth over top of it? I don't think that would actually work. Whoops. Oh, of course it takes out some of my rot. Dang it. I wasn't paying enough attention. Dang it. Oops, I exploded my engine. I am not paying enough attention at all right now. Turns out it's kind of hard to keep my attention on it when all I can do is boat in circles and hope that I catch the thing I want. Oh well. Repair all. There we go. Hey, check it out. These infected fishes are still here and haven't changed at all in the course of this day. I think that does mean that the disease keeps them from rotting, which is fascinating. Their value hasn't even declined. Huh. I presume they're worth a lot less than they would be if, you know, they weren't infected, but still, that's kind of neat in a way. I never noticed that. Wait, oh, right, I already fixed up the net. Okay, well, take a nap. We got another day of fishing tomorrow. Eventually, there has to be an aberrant squid. There has to be. It does occur to me, I can technically bump up my aberrant catch rate just slightly by swapping the Visicrane back in, so I guess I should do that. It's not like I'm using the barbed ice rod for anything at the moment anyway. .5% aberrant catch rate. About the best I can hope for. Fix it up again, sleep the night again, and off we go again. Dang it, this friggin'... So much like the cliffs, this place spawns, you know, little tornadoes in the vicinity of it, perhaps because they've got the tall cliffs with the avenues through the ice, you know? I'm guessing they think it operates in roughly the same way. But also the tornadoes are hostile? Because they spawn directly in front of you, no matter what. And am tending to lose my attention span while I'm floating in circles, and therefore I keep punching holes in my hull, and it's a little embarrassing. The end. There you are, Pale Grasper. Catch all aberrations in the Pale Reach. Cold corruptions. Indeed. Okay, well, let's have a look at this fellow. Wow. He's got like a big red tube down the middle, and again with the grasping hands, almost as if he's trying to go land-based again, much like that other guy I just fished up earlier. Pale Grasper. Hands of ice reach upward, a sharp hoarfrost blooming across whatever they touch. Well, just as well we're keeping him in the troll net, huh? Let's go drop him with the merchant. I'm sure she'll be thrilled. Is it actually faster to go back the way I came? Marginally. Yep. Okay. Doing it. Okay. Hello. What do you think about this thing? $549.35. Man, what are you even going to do with it that's that valuable to you? I don't even want to know. Great, well, I've broken the $33,000 line. I will never want for anything again, aside from the, you know, canonically I'm about to go die. So, is there any place good we want to put the Oris anchor? Well, hang on a second. I mean, I could drop it just down here so I can get back to the Bleak Pontoon faster. It only takes 5 hours, but it still does take 5 hours. Then again, we're going from Blackstone Isle. It's just about the same distance from Blackstone as it is to the rig. And actually, we might want to drop it at the rig, huh? Okay. Cool. Well, so, you may note, as far as I know, we're done with everything down here at the Pale Reach, which means there's exactly one thing left for me to do, and that is this thing. Now, I have an idea of what to do about it. It's only speculation. I don't know the exact answer, but apparently I was on the right track with the aberrant bait. Apparently you do have to use the aberrant bait. It's just not a guaranteed thing, and there are places you can do it where it's better, you have a better chance of catching it than others. I've also been advised that this is definitely one I want to look at while I'm in total crazy brain. So I have an idea of what that may mean, and I'm going to go ahead and act on that idea. All right? All right. First things first. Manifestation. Yeah, I left the crab traps down there. It's fine. I'm not going to need them, okay? I'm genuinely not going to need them. I'm going to need rot. I'm going to need oil splots. So why don't we get some of those while we're here? Before the sun goes down and it becomes too dangerous to do anything like this. Let's hope we just get some eyeballs spawning. I wonder if the, Oh yeah, he's still here. That fella's still here. Good to know. Good to know. I actually wasn't sure if, it would be possible to have the big fella spawn, you know? Oh, come to think on it, do I have a... Oh, I don't have the appropriate rods installed to... Because it occurred to me that the best way to gather oil without losing your mind is probably, you just want to try to catch... Whoop, 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 whoop. You want to try and catch... Sorry, there's a noise happening and it's worrying me. I presume you want to try and catch things in those ponds and then fail, because every time you do, you gather more oil. If I hang around at this level of insanity, though, it's probably going to throw some other threats at me, isn't it? Seems really likely. The big toothy guy ain't popping up, but I guess he probably got dragged off to the deep by the Leviathan, so maybe he just doesn't get to come back out and play anymore? Oh, well, that guy's here. Oh, and he nearly got me. He was right on top of me. That's fascinating. Okay, well, we're gonna just... There you go. No problem. Perfectly safe. Alright, rest. I don't know how many of these aberrant baits I'm gonna need, but I presume the answer is more than 0. Oh, hey, I caught an anchovy king. Neat. I'll need some fish to bring by the, airman place while I'm gathering bait, you see, so just planning ahead for the future. That's all. Perfectly normal. The eyeball was submerged. I didn't even know they would submerge, but that's a bit of a pain. Guess I'm too sane for them. Well, fine. be that way. Let's just see what I can make with what I got. Hello, airman. I need some bait made up, please. Okay. So I've got a total of, I think, 8, possibly 9 rot, and I'm pretty sure aberrant bait takes 2 of them. So I'm gonna just ask you for 4 bait buckets, and hopefully that'll be plenty. I don't exactly know how hard this is going to be, but this seems like a good place to start. Grind them up. There we go. Thank you. I wonder if the oil patches can mess up mixed bait. I've never actually given them a chance to try. It's theoretically fish contents, you know, which the ooze seems to like to seize onto pretty enthusiastically, but once they're all ground up and put in a bucket, maybe they're safe? I'm kind of hoping they're safe, because I'm not taking any precautions on their behalf, so hopefully they're safe. To the rig! Alright, first things first. The Orus anchor. Cast overboard! Look at that. Portal's now available. And I can just hold X to travel through it. Great. Alright, well, for now, I don't need to. Okay. Factory. Aberrated bait. So we just need rot. And bait. Okay. It'll take me a minute to actually construct these. Give me a moment to do so. Be with you shortly. Okay, and I did put one thing of oil in the Insta-Crab bait, which I'm not going to need, so let's go ahead and shuffle that over here. And shove it directly into the aberrated bait. Wait, did I not have a second? Oh man, did I overestimate the amount of rot I had? Curses. Well, that's still 3 aberrant bait, which is still pretty good. We'll just load a bunch of stuff in here to prepare for another one if I ever get the opportunity to make it. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. That one patch of rot had to go overboard. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. It's fine. Okay. What is that? Oh, it's my portal! That sounds healthy and normal. That seems like a good thing to have around. Well, great. I'm going to just send, a single anchovy over to cargo. Can I not do that? But I want to do that. I genuinely can't, huh? Okay, fine. I guess I can't let these guys rot, which is what I wanted to do, but apparently I can't, so friggin' whatever. There you go. Now. Let's go ahead and take my portal. Travel. Does it hurt the brain? It sure does! It sure does! Okay, well, good. Fine. That's okay. Alright, so I've got a bunch of aberrant bait. Now, the thing I'm trying to catch is oceanic. And it has to be caught with a rod. It has a yellow border around the outside, which may very well suggest it has to be caught with an advanced oceanic rod, even though you're not catching it in the middle of an oil slick. I'm not sure about that part, but maybe it's best to act like that's the case. So let me have a look at my storage here real quick. We're going to want... presumably the infused winch is good enough, right? I'm not going to need the radiant trawl net installed anymore. So, we'll just put the infused winch right here. We're at nearly 700% fishing speed, and that's going to have to be good enough. Now, let's take a nap. Now, my guess as to the specific place where it's easier to catch this aberration than it is elsewhere in the ocean, my guess is I have to go back to where it all started. Now, unfortunately, I don't know where that is aside from somewhere out here. So I had an idea. What if I attempt to initiate the ending, right? and then when I get close to there, I mark it on my map, and then save and quit? Well, but I don't know, you can't save in the middle of the ending, right? Let me see, let me read the point of no return message, just to see if I'm onto anything here. Lighthouse Keeper, I have the book. Yeah, I'm ready. You are entering the final phase of the game. Your progress will not be saved from this point onwards. Do you wish to continue? Yes. Yes. Okay. So we wait until it's nighttime. And I'm just going to go to where the spotlight from the lighthouse is shining. I'm just going to mark it on the map and see if that mark persists. It probably won't, but at the very least I'll have visual memory of where it was, right? My apologies to... Oh, hey, it's right there. Oh, hey, it's right there. G8, center of the tile. Okay, great. Well, then never mind. I don't need to go over there. I'm so sorry, Lighthouse Lady. Confirm. Yeah. Okay, continue. G8, center of the tile. Okay. Let's see if we can do this the manual style. There isn't like a day or nighttime requirement on this thing, is there? This is the wrong place to be checking. Yeah, okay. Go to your aberrations. No, go to the Pale Reach, in fact, and then skip to the aberrations from there, and then you should be pretty easy to... There we go. Daytime, nighttime, oceanic, unknown. Okay. So let's head over to G8 and see if it's oceanic. Given that the Leviathan was able to eat me from beneath in that particular tile, lo these many days ago, I would guess that it's oceanic, but, well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there? Right here. We heading the right way? We sure are. Okay, great. Isn't that an interesting coincidence that the gash that was opened up by the iron rig happens to pass directly underneath this point. Also, the music cuts out when you're here. All fascinating. Okay, cool. Well, I guess let's try and do this. Also, hello, Blue Whale. Could I ask you to not? Can I actually... I can't scrape my hull on you, can I? Good. That's good that I can't. I don't want to injure you, nor do I want to hurt my boat. It vanished as soon as I turned my back. Listen, it's fine. The blue whale is probably also aberrant. Don't worry about it. Bait. Aberrated bait. Plenty. It's 85.9 meters deep, so presumably this counts as oceanic. All right. That's it. That right there is it. Okay, great. Well, we're in the right place. Let's get it. Well, that's encouraging. Is this my wife? Is this the remains of my wife? Did I just fish up my aberrated wife? There's only one way to find out. Let's go get crazy. No, I didn't mean to put... I just baited it. I just dropped more bait in because I was trying to use my speed. But what is it going to be? Oh, it's one of those ones covered in ice, huh? Yeah, sure, we'll catch him. Why not? It's not like I was in the middle of anything important, right? Seems a waste, right? Drop the bait in there and then let them all live? No. No one lives. Everyone dies. Okay, that doesn't fit. Okay, that doesn't fit. All right, listen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was just being stupid. It's not important. It doesn't matter. We'll just... There. There. Are we good? We're good. Okay, great. Let's go get crazy then. Why do I need to travel over there to get crazy? Let's just manifest, and that'll do most of the work by itself. Uh-huh. And then we just take my portal, and that should do the rest of the work pretty handily, I would think. Yep, red brain. Not feeling good. What do you have to say for yourself, body? Deep form. In the sable depths, elder blood seeps through the void. each conquest of corruption weakening the veil. From host to host, it withers and wanders, climbing towards the clouding sky. Such transient flesh has no hope of enduring the true deep. Well, on the plus side, I don't think it's my wife. I don't know what it is. Such transient flesh has no hope of enduring the true deep. Oops, I retrieved the anchor. Portal's no longer available. I didn't know I could do that. That's convenient. Well, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. Put it back down. Put it back down. Cast it overboard. Right. Can I go back? Am I too crazy to go back? No, I can go back. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Let's just go to Greater Marrow. They know how to deal with crazy people, right? They've dealt with enough crazy people over the years. I'm sure they know exactly what they're doing. Can the big beasties that hunt me when I'm this crazy come out during the day? I don't even know. Let's find out. Let's also find out if the fisherman will buy my nut wife. Fisherman, what is it? You look a touch troubled. Is the fog starting to get to you? Is this the first time I've parked in Greater Marrow while entirely insane? Is that why this is happening? Completely normal around here, and nothing to worry about. With a good night's rest, you'll be as right as rain by morning. You say that. You say that. Haha. Sell all fish. I don't seem to be able to... Hang on. 320, 331. Yeah. Sell all fish. It's not a fish. Even to someone with standards as low as the fishmonger, even with me in here with my brains running out my ears, he is not about to admit that that could be a fish. So I guess I just get to keep it. I could discard it, or I could just, like, keep it on my boat for the rest of my life. Which, considering we're at the end of the game, is looking like that's what's going to happen. So, well, I do believe that's it. Now, theoretically, I could go back and have the lighthouse lady guide me to the place where I get eaten by the Leviathan at this point. And maybe that would be appropriate. Yeah, sure. I did just fake her out. It wasn't really fair. Lighthouse Keeper, let's do it. Yeah. This way I can take this body with me back down to the deeps, right? Presumably the Leviathan will still eat me. We have to only hope. Leviathan's always interested in fixing the things that ain't right. And this ain't right. So let's bring it all back to the deep. Once and for all. Admittedly, I could just throw it into the water, and it would be in the deeps, in a sense, right? But I also feel like that really isn't quite as good as burying it inside the Leviathan, right? The one way you can be perfectly sure that for a very long time it's not going to impact anybody, and nobody's going to see it, and nobody's going to have to worry about it. Just bury it all with me in my boat in the depths of the Leviathan. So let's do it. This is the place. Throw it back. The book struggles in your grasp. Its weight somehow shifting from side to side. Silver ribbons flail pathetically against your fingers. Throw it back. You hold it high above your head. A low groan rumbles from the book, echoed by another from the depths. Throw it back. You throw it into the foaming water. That shockwave that emanates out when it hits the water. Shame it didn't close up the rift on the base of the ocean, huh? That's still there. There he is. Hey, buddy. Thank you. He didn't even chew me, you know? Like, I theoretically could be alive in there somewhere, getting slowly digested. Which is about as much as I deserve, I suppose. Thank you, Black Salt Games, for the gift of Dredge. Man, I had a great time with it. I definitely did. And I'm glad I came back for the DLC, too, because it was pretty neat in its own way. But we do have to end the story, right? You have to put an end on it. Even if I technically already did once and then came back for it anyway because, you know, I had to go help a corrupt corporation and then for a while thought I was resurrecting a giant creature from the deeps because I just am a terrible influence. But at least I did some good in the Pale Reach, I think. I think I did the right thing. The Leviathan didn't specifically try and stop me, which is usually a pretty good sign. That guy's got a pretty good grasp on what should be done around here, I suspect. At the very least, he seems pretty good at averting the watery apocalypse, and that's really all any of us can ask for under the circumstances. I do feel like the first time I finished this game, I said most of what I had to say about the concept here. It is a brilliant concept, just twisting the reality of the ocean just enough to edge it into the cosmic horror department. While still indicating, hey, stuff down there, it's real weird. It's probably weirder than you think it is, unless you are an expert in this sort of thing, or have been looking into it for whatever reason. Fish are darn strange. So maybe don't think about it too hard, right? Leave them in the ocean. Leave them in the deeps. Let them do their thing. They have things under handle. They have things handled down there. So don't mess it up. Wouldn't it be weird if it was just so simple as building the right fishing rod to be able to fish up fishes from the depths that I fished them up in this game? Where the blobfishes are, and... Were there blobfish in this game? I don't think there were there? But there were definitely, like, a lot of those fishes that only hang out in the extreme deeps. That, theoretically, it's pretty hard to get any way of interacting with them, much less just cast a line and up they come. Then again, the fisherman in this game is hardly a mundane fisherman, is he? He has some forces working with him that, maybe he shouldn't. Which is why I have now consigned him to the belly of a Leviathan for the rest of eternity. Because that should probably keep him from completing the ritual, if nothing else. It hadn't really occurred to me, right? When you first start out, the town acts like they've just hired a new fisherman. But presumably they all know that you're the same guy. The one who fled off into the ocean. And then something went wrong, so he had to, like, split off, erase his own memories in order to be able to try again. So now that you've consigned yourself to the belly of the Leviathan, are they going to try and hire another fisherman? How... To what extent is, say, the mayor complicit in all this? Does he know what you were trying to do? Is he another deep cultist in his own fashion? Because aside from the cultists who I fed and who then entered a trance-like state, presumably for the rest of... well, at least for the rest of the lives of everybody in this game, I feel like most of the major threats have been dealt with, right? The Leviathan's still out there, but that's probably okay. Unless he got shunted back into another dimension when the book was sent back to the deep, in which case... well, probably not, right? If he wasn't shunted back to the deep after the lighthouse went out in the spine, then I wouldn't think this would do it. Interesting to speculate about, but I don't actually have any information, and I never will, and neither will you, and that's okay. We did what we could to undo the damage that we did in the first place. And that's fine. I will say I'm a little bit surprised that just given that this game does have the option of, screw everything, gather the artifacts, summon your wife from the deeps, and consign the world to oblivion. I'm a little surprised that the Pale Reach, I can say words, the Pale Reach doesn't allow you to resurrect the beast out there. For that matter, neither does the Iron Rig. Neither one of them actually allows you to consign the world to oblivion. But then again, I guess the oblivions in those two locations were initiated by someone else. If you're going to destroy the world, or at least turn your face away while the world is destroyed due to your actions, you're going to do it the way that you set out to do it, not the way that that somebody else had in mind. That's beneath you, I guess. I don't know. It's a shame we couldn't actually talk to the Collector and gather his thoughts about the Iron Rig and the Pale Reach. But if the one time I visited him after completing the Iron Rig is any indication, it seems he doesn't have much to say about the DLC, and I guess that's fine. His role is pretty much done at that point, and that's okay. It hadn't occurred to me that these credits are going to be a great deal longer because of the 2 DLCs, but of course they are. Should have seen that coming. I wonder if I can... I know I can skip them, but I wonder if I can, speed up the rate of presentation of the credits. Which is, I recognize, disrespectful. If I insist on showing the credits because I want these people to be recognized for what they've done, then maybe I should actually just let the credits happen instead of trying to figure out a way to make it happen quicker. The ambient noises stopped. We might be at the end. I think we're at the end. And that's it. That's it for Dredge. There's not really a great explanation as to why the fisherman turns away from his single-minded task and its 2 possible outcomes, and instead goes off and does the things that he did in these 2 DLCs, but he did, He also spent, hundreds of days creeping around the islands looking for Black Rock spires, as far as the way I played him. So, I guess it's understandable in a way. Did I actually hit 200 days of in-game playtime? I don't actually know. I'll have to check that when I'm editing this episode. But in any case, thank you for checking out Dredge with me. And by checking out, I mean playing to full exhaustion Dredge with me. I had a great time, and I hope you did too. But we're going to leave it off here. So, this has been Dredge. I'm Sharky, and I will see you another time.